Okay, guys, I'm back. I didn't see if my recorder started or not. So, okay, so we're done with our book. So now it's time to go ahead and put our items inside. So, and this depends on where you want your things. So, I am just kind of putting my stuff in here, and so we've got this here. I'm going to put that here, and then I'm going to go ahead and put, you know what, I think I'm going to put this one in the front here, celebrate, and then we've got a pocket here, and then we've got a pocket here. I think I'm going to go ahead and put this one here, and then our pocket, what we've got here, like that. I'm going to go ahead and do our other pocket here, our little, there, and then we've got our little flip page there, and that's it. So, I mean, we have a lot of stuff in our book, and so our book is pretty full. We did a lot of extra items. I really am happy with my book. You know, I think that if you wanted to, you could put like a little pocket here and then put the rest of your little cards in there. You could definitely, like I said, we've got some cutouts here, and I am like seriously down to like just about nothing, you guys. So that's actually it. So, I have odds and ends, but it's nothing. I don't have any like big papers or anything to really use. So basically, I'm down to nothing on this paper. So, so yeah. So I think we're pretty good. And you know, like I said, if you wanted to put some pockets on this part, you could. I will probably do that. I don't know yet. But we are done, and we've got a lot of really cute little things on our sheets. So I'm like really excited, and I can't wait to share this. So so I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope you are inspired to make one. And thank you for joining me. So thank you guys so much. I will talk to you later. Bye. Hi guys, it's Deb here, and today I wanted to say we're done with our book. So I went ahead and added some tags and things like that with some of the cut aparts that we had left, and then I kind of decorated the inside a little bit, just the inside flaps. I mean, we did most of all of everything else when we did our book, and I did the tutorial. So I will be doing a walkthrough on this. However, I had an idea about birthday parties, and I'm going to put this on the back of our book. So when you have a birthday party, sometimes you get cards and stuff from family members that you really want to keep, or that are, you know, mementos, something that means a lot to you, maybe from a grandma, mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin, any type of relative, or a friend. You know, so I thought, why not add an envelope to the back of our book that will hold some of those cards. I didn't make it 6 by 6, but I did make it a 5.5 by 5 card, or envelope. So that way you will be able to put maybe some cards in there, because some cards are like, you know, 4 by 5 or smaller. Sometimes they're bigger. So I didn't know, you know, you know, if you want your envelope bigger or to take up most of the back, you're more than welcome to make one for that. But I thought it would be fun to create an envelope that you could put little cards on the back or little mementos that you get, and maybe some other extra pictures that you want to keep. And, you know, you didn't want to put them in the book, so you want to put them in here. Or you don't have room in the book, so you want to put them in your envelope to keep them. So I thought, so I went ahead and used the envelope punch and did a 5 by 5.5 envelope, and it's 8. You need a one size 8.5 by 8.5 sheet. Then you go ahead and score it, and so I went ahead and did that. And so now I'm just going to go ahead and put it together, and I think I'm going to do it this way. So I'm going to go ahead and put score tape here and just right here, and so this flap will go this way. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a magnet down. The one magnet will go back here, and then the other magnet will go up here. So that way it closes and keeps your keepsakes from falling out, or, you know, keeps them secured. So then, if you saw my tutorial last year, I went ahead and decorated a card using strips. And, of course, I can't remember the name of the card off the top of my head, but I will go ahead and put that in the comments. And you just use strips to go down and decorate your card. And so I'm going to do that same technique with this envelope and just use all the rest of the scraps that I have. And you guys, seriously, this is all the scraps that I have left from the 6x6 and the 12x12 paper pad. I think I have some here. So these are just all of the strips that I have. I have like these left, but I want to keep these because I want to fussy cut these out and put them on top of the envelope. So I'm going to fussy cut out like these two guys, this lady. I might cut out that flower, I don't know. And then I'm going to fussy cut out these little banners and stick those on the top. And so I thought that that would be super cute. And I might go ahead and do maybe a cake or two. I have a cake already cut out. But I thought that these little things were like super cute. And so I wanted to keep those so I could fussy cut those out. And so I will be fast forwarding through the rest of this video, okay? Okay guys, so we went ahead and put our envelope together, and then to cut your strips to decorate your envelope, and this is if you want to do it this way, you don't have to. I'm just using this technique, it's called the herringbone technique, to use up the rest of my scraps. So however you want to do it, it's up to you. You will need to cut your strips at 3/8. So you're going to go ahead and just cut a bunch of them out because you know, we're going to be using a lot. So because you're going to cover the whole envelope. So, and the good thing about using double-sided paper is you can have one side and then use the other side. So again, you have you know, a couple of different patterns to choose from. So go ahead and just measure everything out at 3/8, and then I will be back. We can go ahead and start assembling our little strips onto our envelope. And so what you want to do is go ahead and just pick one, butt it up to the edge of your envelope right here. Okay. And then let me go ahead and turn off the autofocus on that. Okay. So you just want to go ahead and set that down just like that. Okay. And then you're going to build from there. I find it easier to put my glue on top of my paper when I'm doing this technique. And I'm just going to go ahead and move. Sorry. Sorry guys, I have a cough. I'm just going to move my paper up to the edge of my envelope and the opening of the envelope right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and find the little beginning of my envelope, and that's where I'm going to cut my strip. Okay? Now when you're doing your card, it's a little different. You can leave your strips on there and then cut all your strips off once you have all of your strips on your card. But since your envelope has a little bit more corners and stuff like that, you can just go ahead and do it this way. It's easier to cut them as you go. So, cut that. Okay. And then you're just going to keep adding, the next strip you add is actually going to be another strip, but it's going to go the opposite way. So it's going to go this way. And I'm just going to pick a different strip and have it go this way. Okay. And just like that. And then you can have your little napkin with you and then just pick up the excess glue. Okay, so like I was telling you, when you do your card, you can actually leave that on there and then cut it off later, or you can cut it off as you go, however you want to do it. And then the little pieces like this you can save because you may need them for the edging right here, because it'll turn into like a little triangle. So then you just go ahead and pick out your next papers, and you just keep going on down the line. However, you know, whatever design you want next. Okay, so like I'm using this one here, so this will go up here, like that. And then your next design, right here, like this. And you're going to make sure that you butt your papers up against each other, okay? So they look like that. Okay, that's how they're going to look. And then you're going to go ahead and just grab the next one you want. Grab these here. I think I'll go ahead and use this side. Oh no, kind of like polka dots. We'll do the pink, the pink one with the polka dots. And then again, I'll just go ahead and here on this side, and then so forth and so on. And that's how you'll just keep working down on your strips all the way to the end. Okay, then once you get all of your papers on there, you can turn it over. Okay, you can go ahead and burnish those down, just like this. Okay, just make sure, and we're not going to do the back because the back is actually going to be on the book, so you won't need to, that won't be showing at all. So then once you're done, you can go ahead and clip off all of your little strips. Just like that. So you have one side of your card done, or one side of your the little envelope done. So again, you're just going to go ahead, and I usually just put everything back where it belongs, so that way it's where it needs to be. So, and then here you can start with whatever strip you want here. You don't have to always start with the balloons. You can always start with whatever. And sometimes it's a nice, it just gives it a different look. So like for this here, I might start with, I don't know, I might do the pink. So I'm actually going to go ahead and start with this one. Go ahead and do this one first. I'm going to do this one down here, and we are almost done. And you can always save these strips to do a card too. So, you know, if you wanted to. envelope. Okay, so then then we're going to go ahead and stick our magnets on. On this top part, if you want to cover that, you can. So I'm going to go ahead and move some of my items out of the way here, okay? And then what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and decorate. So I went ahead and cut out a couple of these things here. I'm going to go ahead and, let's go ahead and put this on our book first, okay? And then we'll decorate. So to put this on our book, I went ahead and grabbed my dots. We'll need to go ahead and decide which is the top and bottom of our magnets. So I am going to go ahead and make sure that my flap, because I kind of, I want this in the middle part. So I'm going to go ahead and put my flap down, kind of fill the edge of where my flap is, and that's where my magnet is going to go. So when I go ahead and put my magnet down, it's kind of covered right there. Or, I mean, you could even move it up more if you wanted to do that. So, like if I wanted to move it up higher, I could do that too. So, my magnet is right there, and then my magnet would be like up and through here, up on this part here. So, but I am going to move it over some because it's kind of crooked, I think. There we go. So let me see. Yep. So now it's more in the middle part. So my magnet will be up here higher instead of lower down here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my little sticky on my magnet. Yep. And I got two. Okay. This stuff is sticky, you guys. Okay, so now there's my magnet, and it closes, and I'm able to put whatever items I want in my envelope. Okay, so now we can go ahead and stick down our envelope, and it's up to you, whatever glue you want to use. You don't have to use, you could use your double back tape if you want. You can use your art glitter glue. You can use whatever you would like to set your envelope down. Okay. So I'm just going around my magnet, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that here, just like that. Make sure that it's straight, and we are good. Okay, so I will be right back, you guys. Okay, guys, so we went ahead and finished our envelope, and then I went ahead and fussy cut out some items from the sheets. And let me go ahead and just zoom in so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. And I'll move this up. I cut out this little girl, and I cut these guys out. I cut out a cake and part of a piece of cake, and there was then I cut out this little news advertisement, a flower, and then this little recipe. I also have some little banners that I cut out as well, and I just fussy cut those out because to add something to the top here, but it's so decorative. I don't know if you can see anything. So I might have to use, I don't know what I'm going to use. So to get those to show up. So yeah, so I might just go ahead and put a couple of things down anyway. Might pop them up so that way they can be more visible. Maybe that might help. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through that part. All right, guys. Well, we are done. So again, here is our little flag. I don't know if anybody can see that, but it's okay. That's our banner, and then we've got our cake here with a little recipe, and we've got cake and a girl holding celebrate, and then our signs and husband and wife celebrating birthday. You'll open this up, and then you can put your cards or whatever you would like in here. I just think that is a pretty cool idea. So, again, there is our finished book. So thank you for joining me for this, and I hope you guys enjoy the tutorial, and I will be doing a walkthrough next. Thank you. Bye.